Hello, work life warriors. I hope you're doing well. Happy Ego Awareness Day. Today, I would like to talk about your ego. So, ego is like a watchdog for us. It is so important, not just for our physical well being, it's also important for our emotional and social well being. So, an ego plays a part in your life. It's not necessarily bad as long as you are identifying what is triggering your ego. So picture your ego like a watchdog. If you have a watchdog, regardless of who's coming up to your house, whether it's a friend, a family member, someone that you know, a member of the church, what we view as good or bad people, the watchdog will bark and go off regardless. Whether it's your mom, it's whether it's a stranger, it's the problem is when we do not practice mindfulness or awareness, when our watchdog, aka our ego, goes off, we do not realize that it may be a false alarm. We take all of our triggers for our ego as serious as real alarms. And so mindfulness is a way for you to practice when your ego is going off, when the watchdog is going off. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a way for you to go, I hear you, but it's not valid. There's no threat here. There's nothing that's going on here. So you can relax. Just like your watchdog, when it's all upset, you have to come and tell it to relax and calm down. And that's a guess. You have to do that with your ego. And so many times we don't realize that we are triggered. We don't realize that our ego is barking at something that is not necessarily a threat, right? And so it is our job to go, okay, I hear you barking. I don't have to listen to you. It doesn't have to be true. I know you're here to keep me safe, but this is not a threat. And that's all your ego does is keep you safe, basically. It keeps you comfortable. It doesn't like to try anything new. It doesn't like meeting anything new. It likes to be right in a comfortable space where it can protect you physically, emotionally, and socially. So your ego is where you come up with sayings like, the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. It's because we or our ego likes comfortability. It doesn't like change. It doesn't like surprise. It doesn't like anything new. So the more it can settle you into a comfortable experience, the more it feels like it's done this job. Now, of course, we can choose a comfortable life. It is completely up to us. That's our option if we choose it. But if you have one life, to live, to enjoy, to love, to learn, to grow, why wouldn't you choose to bring on new experiences and flow with the changes so that you can get more of the things that bring you joy so you can increase the quality of experience that you're having? But many times we, assume that change leads to bad, that whatever's happening will be a bad change. And so we resist change. And our ego um, is the first step into telling us, oh, look, something's happening. This is bad. We should stay away from it. And we have the choice to, decide to listen to our ego or to really think through it, to really feel through it, to be in the present moment, to really talk ourselves through it. Is this really a threat or is it a perceived threat? What am I triggered by? Am I triggered in this present moment or is this triggering from a past moment? Like, does this resemble a past moment and I'm triggered now, but my triggered response have nothing to do with the present moment. It has to do with the past. And so a lot of times, ego, we play it like it's a good thing, or you hear a lot of people make negative comments about the ego, but the ego itself is neither good or bad. It's just doing its job. If you have a watchdog, you want it to do its job, but you also want to know that it's a co-partnership that you guys are managing together. Your ego and your consciousness are managing your experiences together. So anytime your ego is going off, it is up to you to go out of your way to figure out what's setting off, what trigger just happened. Is it relevant to the present moment? Is it really dangerous? Is there a threat? And if not, Just quell your ego and move on. Change is inevitable. We want change to grow, develop, learn. And so, as far as our ego, it is in our best interest to check it, to know when we are triggered, to be aware, to practice mindfulness so we can show up and be our best self and add some much needed value in the world. I hope this helps. How do you feel about your ego? Do you have problems with your ego? Do it go off constantly? Do it go off throughout the day? Sometimes, do you know when you're triggered? Well, I hope this helps, work life warriors. Have a great day.